Hello and welcome back to Dream Room, where we turn simple corners, small outdoor spaces, and everyday materials into places that feel warmer, more beautiful, and more alive. If you are someone who loves decorating your porch, refreshing a quiet garden corner, making a small patio feel special, or finding clever ways to reuse affordable items instead of buying expensive decor, today's video is for you. And if you enjoy watching birds from your kitchen window, your balcony chair, or that peaceful little spot in the yard where you drink your morning coffee, you are going to love these ideas even more. Because sometimes the most charming outdoor spaces are not created with big budgets. They are created with a thrifted bowl, a forgotten plant stand, a Dollar Tree tray, a handful of stones, and the desire to make home feel a little softer. A simple bird bath can bring movement to a dull corner. A handmade feeder can make a tiny garden feel full of life. And when these pieces are arranged with care, they become more than crafts. They become part of the atmosphere of your home. In this video, I'll share easy DIY bird baths and feeders that are budget-friendly, decorative, and practical for real homes. Whether you have a backyard, a front porch, a small deck, or just a few planters near the door, you will find ideas you can truly use. Along the way, I'll also show you how to make them look more polished, how to place them beautifully, and how to create a bird-friendly outdoor corner that feels intentional rather than cluttered. So stay with me until the end, because one of these simple ideas may become your favorite little garden upgrade this season. And before we begin, please subscribe to Dream Room for more cozy, creative, and easy-to-follow ideas for decorating your home, your small spaces, and your outdoor corners with beauty that feels personal. 1. Before we craft, what makes a bird bath or feeder truly useful? Before we start turning trays, bowls, planters, and thrifted treasures into charming outdoor decor, there is one important thing to remember. A beautiful bird bath or feeder should not only look lovely in your space, it should also feel safe, comfortable, and easy to use for the birds that visit. Many of us are drawn to outdoor decorating because we want our porch, patio, balcony, or garden to feel more peaceful and inviting. We choose pretty planters, arrange flowers near the walkway, or create a quiet chairside corner where we can enjoy a slower morning. A bird station fits beautifully into that kind of home, but only when it is designed with care. Birds often prefer water that is shallow rather than deep. That is why stones, pebbles, or a gently sloped dish can make such a difference. They give smaller birds a place to stand, rest, and sip without feeling unsure. Feeders need the same kind of thoughtful planning. If rainwater collects inside, the seed can become soggy and messy. If there are sharp edges, loose wires, or unstable hanging ropes, the piece may look decorative but will not work well in real outdoor life. And for us as homeowners, convenience matters too. The best DIY projects are the ones we will actually maintain. A bird bath should be easy to rinse. A feeder should be easy to refill. The placement should let us enjoy the view from a window, a garden bench, or even a small breakfast nook inside the home. So as we move into each project today, keep this in mind. We are not simply making crafts. We are creating tiny, welcoming outdoor destinations, pieces that add charm to our space while giving birds a gentle reason to return. 2. The elegant, upcycled pedestal bird. Bath, turning old pieces into garden charm. The first idea is one of my favorites because it proves that outdoor beauty does not always begin with something brand new. Sometimes it begins with a forgotten plant stand, a thrifted dish, or a simple piece you already have tucked away in the garage. For this project, you can use an old metal plant stand, a small pedestal base, or any sturdy raised piece that gives a bird bath a little height. On top, place a shallow bowl, saucer, or decorative dish that feels balanced with the base. If the surface looks worn, chipped, or faded, a fresh coat of outdoor-friendly paint can completely change its personality. This is where the decorating side becomes so enjoyable. You might choose a soft sky blue for a cheerful garden feel, a muted sage green to blend with plants, or a warm terracotta shade that works beautifully near clay pots and natural textures. The goal is not just to make a bath for birds, but to create a small focal point that looks intentional in your yard, patio, or porch corner. What I love most about this idea is how easily it adds structure to an outdoor space. If you have a garden bed that feels unfinished, a walkway that needs a little charm, or a seating area that looks plain, this raised bird bath can quietly pull everything together. It gives the eye a place to rest, while also bringing life and movement into the scene. Once the bowl is secure, simply add fresh water. In warmer weather, you can refresh it often so it stays inviting. And when the birds finally begin to notice it, this simple upcycled piece becomes more than decor. It becomes a gentle sign that your outdoor space is cared for, welcoming, and full of small everyday beauty. 3. The tiny planter bird bath, a perfect idea for small patios, balconies, and hummingbird lovers. The next idea is especially lovely for anyone working with a smaller outdoor space. Maybe you do not have a wide backyard. Maybe your favorite decorating area is a front step, a balcony, a tiny patio, or a group of flower pots near the door. This simple planter bird bath brings charm into those compact corners without taking up extra room. All you need is a sturdy glass cup, a small bowl, or another shallow container that can sit securely inside a planter. Press it gently into the soil so it feels stable, then surround it with a few decorative stones or smooth pebbles. Once you add water, those stones help create a shallower surface, making the bath feel more comfortable for small visiting birds. What makes this idea so appealing is how naturally it blends into an existing plant arrangement. Instead of adding another separate object to a crowded patio, you are tucking the bird bath right into a space you are already decorating. It can sit beside blooming flowers, herbs, or trailing greenery, almost like a hidden little refreshment spot in the garden. This is also a wonderful option for viewers who enjoy hummingbirds and other tiny visitors. A low, gentle water area with wet stones can feel much more inviting than a deep dish. And because the container lifts out easily, cleaning it takes only a moment, something that matters when you want your outdoor decor to stay beautiful and practical. Placed near a chair, beside a porch railing, or just outside a window, this miniature bird bath adds a quiet touch of life to the smallest of spaces. It reminds us that even a humble planter can become part of a more thoughtful, welcoming outdoor retreat. 4. The hanging tray bird bath, a floating accent that adds movement to the garden. The fourth idea brings a completely different kind of charm to your outdoor space. Instead of placing a bird bath on the ground or inside a planter, we lift it gently into the air, creating a hanging piece that feels light, decorative, and full of movement. For this project, a simple, lightweight serving tray becomes the base. With twine, jute rope, or a hanging chain attached securely at several points, the tray can be suspended from a tree branch, a porch hook, or a sturdy garden stand. The key is to keep it balanced so the water stays level and the stones remain in place. To make it more attractive, you can paint only the underside or outer edge of the tray, leaving the inside surface simple and easy to clean. A soft blue, muted green, or another garden-inspired shade can help it blend beautifully with flowers, leaves, and natural textures around it. Once the tray is dry, add smooth stones and just enough water to create a shallow, welcoming bath. This is a wonderful solution for anyone whose patio or garden floor is already filled with pots, baskets, or decor. Because it hangs, it does not take up valuable ground space. Instead, it adds vertical interest, which is especially helpful in smaller yards, balconies, and porch corners that need more dimension. Placed near a birdhouse, beside flowering shrubs, or above a quiet seating area, this hanging bird bath becomes both useful and ornamental. It gently sways with the outdoor air, catches the eye without overwhelming the space, and gives birds another peaceful place to pause, drink, and cool off. 5. The Rain Smart Terrarium Bird Feeder, cute, compact, and surprisingly functional. Now that we have created a few gentle water features, let's move into feeding stations, starting with one that is small, charming, and surprisingly useful for a patio, porch, or garden branch. For this project, a hanging terrarium-style planter or small open container can become a sweet little bird feeder. Its shape already feels decorative, which makes it perfect for viewers who want practical outdoor pieces that still look polished and intentional. To keep rainwater from slipping in through unwanted openings, A cork or simple stopper can help close the gap and protect the seat inside. For hanging, you can use wire garland, chain, or sturdy rope, depending on what you already have. Then add a small perch using natural twigs, scrap wood, or craft sticks. This gives birds a comfortable place to land before reaching the seed, while also helping the feeder blend more naturally into the garden. What makes this design especially appealing is its compact size. It does not dominate the space. Instead, it tucks neatly into a tree branch, a corner near a birdhouse, or beside a flowering area where you already enjoy watching movement in the yard. For anyone decorating a smaller home exterior, this kind of feeder adds personality without creating visual clutter. It is also easy to refill, easy to notice from a window, and just playful enough to become a conversation piece. And of course, in many gardens, squirrels may decide to investigate too, which is all part of the lively outdoor charm. Still, when placed thoughtfully, this little feeder can become a delightful stop for birds and a warm, decorative accent for your outdoor retreat. 6. The drainage-friendly mesh feeder, a clever design for rainy weather. The sixth idea is perfect for anyone who loves practical decorating, something that looks charming in the garden, but also solves a real outdoor problem. Birdseed can quickly become wet, heavy, and messy after rain, so this feeder is designed with better airflow and drainage in mind. For this project, a simple mesh strainer becomes the base. Above it, a small pot or container holds the birdseed with several openings that allow the food to fall out gradually as birds visit. Wire can be used to secure the pot in place, while twine or a hanging chain lets the whole feeder rest beneath a tree branch, porch hook, or garden frame. The beauty of the mesh bottom is that it does not trap water the way a solid tray might. If rain reaches the feeder, excess moisture can drain away more easily, and air can move around the seed instead of leaving it sitting in a damp pile. For viewers who want their outdoor pieces to stay neater and last longer, this thoughtful detail makes a big difference. Visually, this feeder also has a lovely handcrafted feel. The round shape, the suspended form, and the layered materials give it a rustic garden personality that works beautifully with cottage-style patios, farmhouse porches, or natural backyard corners. A few light decorative accents can soften the look, but keeping the design simple helps it remain practical and bird-friendly. Once it is filled and hung in place, this feeder becomes a small but useful garden feature, one that brings texture, movement, and quiet life into the space while helping the seeds stay fresher through changing weather. 7. Create a complete bird corner instead of just one DIY. By this point, you have several beautiful bird baths and feeders to choose from. But one of the most rewarding ways to use them is not to scatter them randomly around the yard. Instead, bring a few of them together and create one peaceful, intentional bird corner that feels like part of your outdoor decor. This is especially helpful if you enjoy designing small spaces with purpose. Maybe you have a patio corner that feels empty, a quiet spot beside the porch, or a section of the garden that needs more charm and movement. With just a few thoughtfully placed pieces, that forgotten area can become a lovely little destination. Start with one shallow bird bath near planter height, something tucked naturally among flowers or greenery. Then add a raised pedestal bath nearby to create visual balance and give the space a stronger focal point. A hanging feeder above or slightly to the side can complete the arrangement, adding height and making the area feel layered instead of flat. The plants around it matter too. Soft blooms, herbs, leafy textures, or low shrubs can help the entire setup blend into the garden rather than look placed there by accident. For a small balcony or compact patio, even 2 or 3 pots arranged around one bird bath and one feeder can create the same welcoming effect. What makes this idea so special is that it turns simple DIY projects into a lifestyle moment. It becomes the place you glance toward while drinking coffee in the morning, the little scene you notice from the kitchen window, or the calming corner that makes your outdoor space feel more alive. A bird corner does not need to be large or expensive. It simply needs to feel cared for, balanced, and inviting, both for the birds that visit and for the person who gets to enjoy them. 8. Make these DIYs last. Easy cleaning, better placement, and simple seasonal upgrades. The final step is making sure your bird baths and feeders stay just as lovely and useful after the crafting is finished. A beautiful outdoor project should not become difficult to manage. It should fit naturally into your routine and continue adding charm to your space over time. Start with simple cleaning. Bird baths need fresh water regularly, especially during warm weather, when water can become dusty or evaporate quickly. Feeders should also be checked often, so old seed does not sit too long. Choosing designs that are easy to lift, rinse, and refill will make the whole experience far more enjoyable. Small safety details matter too. If you are using stones, rinse them well before placing them in water. If your project includes wire, rope holes, or handmade edges, make sure everything feels smooth and secure. These quiet finishing touches help the pieces work better and look more polished in your garden, patio, or porch area. Placement is another important part of long-term success. A bird bath or feeder should feel stable, not likely to tip, swing too wildly, or sit in a spot that is hard to reach. Nearby flowers, shrubs, or planters can help the whole area feel softer and more natural, while still keeping it visible from a favorite indoor window or outdoor chair. And as the seasons change, you can refresh the look without rebuilding everything. Brighter colors and cheerful florals feel perfect in spring and summer. Rustic textures and warmer tones suit autumn beautifully. Simple neutral accents can keep the space peaceful year-round. With just a little care, these DIY bird baths and feeders can become lasting outdoor details, small handmade pieces that continue to bring life, beauty, and a sense of calm to the home. Conclusion: small DIY touches a more peaceful and living outdoor space. In the end, creating a beautiful outdoor space does not always require expensive garden decor, a large backyard, or complicated tools. Sometimes the most meaningful changes begin with the simplest materials: a forgotten bowl, a small planter, a Dollar Tree tray, a few smooth stones, or a clever item you already have at home. And when those pieces are arranged with care, they do more than decorate. They invite life in. They make a porch feel softer, a patio feel more welcoming, and a quiet garden corner feel as though it has a gentle story of its own. A bird bath brings a little sparkle and movement. A feeder adds daily visitors and peaceful moments to watch. Together, they turn ordinary outdoor space into a place that feels warmer, calmer, and more connected to nature. For those of you who love decorating small spaces, refreshing your home with budget-friendly ideas, and using natural, easy-to-find materials in creative ways, I hope these projects gave you inspiration you can truly use. Whether you choose one simple planter bird bath or build a complete little bird corner beside your favorite chair, each idea can help your home feel more personal and alive. Now, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Which DIY bird bath or feeder was your favorite? Do you have a porch, balcony, patio, or garden spot where you would try one of these ideas? And what birds do you most enjoy seeing near your home? Thank you so much for spending this time with Dream Room. If you enjoyed today's ideas, please follow the channel, subscribe, and come back for more cozy, practical, and creative ways to decorate your home and outdoor spaces beautifully on a budget.